All right, go ahead, take it. All right. Oh, boy. I'll keep it short, though.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
But, no, the class was very good, very informative. I think I'm part of the new, hey, I didn't do that. I'm part of the new, what they call the middle class corps. Just 3-4 years ago, I was making over $100,000 a year as a district manager for Dollar General. Sustained a injury in a car accident. They let me continue to work for a year, and then they brought me in and said, hey, you've got floaters in your eye, you can't work. So, I mean, it's just amazing how quickly you can go from being, you know, I put my kids through college, both my kids have graduated from college, and you know, not being ashamed, but I haven't even shared my story with them. So I went to visit my friend in the hospice for 2 weeks and nobody came to visit him. And the nurse said, you're the only one that came to visit him. And I realized that that was me. I had made a lot of poor decisions in my life and I was estranged from my family. I have a 32-year-old son, I have a 30-year-old daughter, I've got 3 grandchildren, well, 1 on the way. But based on some decisions I had made, I was not involved in their lives anymore. So I made a decision that I had to do something. And I just packed up and I went to Indiana. My daughter was getting remarried. I spent some time with her. And, but then it started snowing. I just couldn't take the snow, but I was there for a wedding and I decided, hey, I had to leave. I'm a merchandiser. And with all the snow, I couldn't get out. I couldn't travel to the stores to do my job. So I saw my funds were dwindling very quickly. So I now the new class here getting ahead. And what I learned is, I mean, they taught us a lot, the 16 hidden economic steps. Oh, they're about to laugh here. I went to the University of Washington. I graduated, and this book, to me, was almost a second, third year college level book, because we would read this exercise and said, this is what our homework's going to be. Yet we hadn't even covered what the homework was going to be, and so the first big assignment we had was the hidden rules. And so I'm asking everyone, well, where are these 16 hidden rules? And we hadn't covered them yet, and nobody. And for 15 minutes we looked and finally found them. On page 72. On page 72, I'll always remember page 72. Of course, that was my football number too, so 72, I'll remember 72. So the hidden rules were very important. We also, resources on, you know, different things where we can get help, where we can get assistance. I thought that was very important. But one of the things that really struck me in the class was during the language part, when we were learning, and we spent 3 weeks on language. It was amazing. We learned formal register, we learned casual, we learned code switching. I mean, you're going to have to read the book. It was fantastic.
Thank you all. Okay, a week ago, Tony said, what kept you all from coming back? And nobody said $25 for each class, but it really helped. And as the weeks went by, I started noticing something that my bank account was going up when I was living paycheck to paycheck. I was saving more money from my work and I was getting more involved in the book and what it was saying. Through a class that Tony gave a couple of weeks ago about codependency, and really got me more into the book. Because I wasn't saving no money. And I got more involved in the book and I started reading it. And it really helped me a lot. And it's gonna help me. Right now, I'm going to school, getting my GED. And when my sister told me, this is my sister, two sisters right here. And they told me to go back to school and get my GED, get a better job. And so now I have my goals. I have a goal to get my GED and get a better job.
And you have to support this.
It's never too late. So I want to thank Laura and Tony for their help. Thank you.
Not Beatrice.
Come on.
Okay.
Hi. That one cold, I think it was January day, Sandy came back to corporate San Antonio. And Sandy and I, by the way, are Miller graduates, well, from back in the early 80s when there were dragons. And I told Sandy, I said, there's this place that I visited, and she, she was going through some stuff, and I said, I don't know anybody there really, but it's a clothes closet, and there's a man there named Thomas, and I met Thomas there, and that's the day that we met Edwin. And little did I know that that day was going to change my life forever. I would have been ashamed, but I'm not. Now I know that God had to shake me and make me lose everything I had, and literally not have anything. Right now in my car, I got what's left of my belongings. And when I had to pray for my sister, she let me stay with her. But Sister Laura will tell you that when I started the class, I was just, I said, God, what am I doing here? What am I doing? I don't know. But I would keep going, and I would sit there, and they would see me, how I was just oppressed. And then one day something happened, and I got evicted from my apartment. And from that day forward, I just said, you know what? Listening to the stories from the book, my God, those emotions, the people, their stories about, oh my God, I'm not the only one. These women in the book, these men, it's like, why do now I know I'm not the only one that repeats the cycle, I thought maybe it was just me and my fault, my mistakes. No, other people go through it too. And it's like, wow, I started to really get into it. It was like, oh God, please don't let August 18th come by, because that's the last day for the class, and I wish it could just continue. But I've learned a lot. I've learned that I'm a woman, I'm strong, and I can do this. And I want to thank Sister Laura, because she every morning sends me a text, and she tells me, it encourages me to keep going. And I really did learn a lot, and I wanted my daughter to be proud of me, to say, Mama, just because we're in this situation, we can do it. And I know I can do it. And now, I dress for success. I don't have a job. It's okay. But I know I'll get one. And I know that better things are coming my way. And I roar now. Yeah.
Well, I have so many people to thank. First of all, my friend Beatrice, because if it wouldn't have been because of Beatrice, I would have never met Edwin. And then from Edwin, Sister Laura, and all my brothers that I consider here in my class. And, you know, the last time I had to stand up like this and speak, it's been a while, when I was in college. I have to say that I have a lot to be thankful, first of all, of course, to the Lord, because I'm standing here. My whole life has changed. I moved from San Antonio to Corpus Christi here recently in January, and I lived a very comfortable, I say, life, and a very great job that I had back, and I would say home, because that was comfort zone for me. But, you know, since my whole life turned a 380, and I came down to Corpus Christi, I would say I shouldn't complain, because God gave me the mercy and the grace to be able to be standing here, to be with all of you, and to see that, you know what, it's okay. We can pick up from where we fall, and that, you know what, we can all come from different levels and different stages of economic, you know, areas in our lives, and we may fall at times. That is called life. But because of caring people that God puts on this earth, so that we can work with one another as a team, that's why we're here, to pick up each other and encourage each other. So I greatly want to thank all of you, every little bit of everything that I might and will be able to accomplish from this day on.
Amen. Amen.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you.